Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Shows, Style, and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course, and as you can see from the title of this video, I do want to give my opinion on Phaedra's quote-unquote epic read of the cast of Married to Medicine. I actually have mixed thoughts about it, so I just want to just kind of process all of my thoughts with you all, say them out loud, give them a voice, give them a sound, like Iyanla Van Zant would say, and just see, where I end up. Now, before we get into it all, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. And also, everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. And the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary of this clip from the reunion is allowed. Now, this clip is coming from Bravo TV's Instagram account. I'm sure that you all have seen this clip if you are on Instagram, or you may have heard the audio from an array of content creators who have covered it. I actually, like I said, my thoughts were like a mixed bag. So I wasn't going to cover it at first, but then I thought, I'm human and it's okay to feel a couple of ways about something. So I will go ahead and share. So first, I want to play this clip a couple of times, and then I want to come back with my commentary. All right, here we go. And of course, with anything NBC Universal, or Bravo, they kind of will go nuts if you play the video. So I did still shots for you all, and here is the audio from that clip.
Trash. Oh. So I'm not going to be able to say that I enjoyed anything about this group because I feel like they're demonic minions of hell. They are those bitches, those mean, angry black women who are mean to other black women because they fat, they funny looking. You know what I'm saying? They're just jealous and hateful. I don't see a future with these ladies because they don't like me. And I like people who like me. And I don't try to participate in spaces that I'm not welcomed in. So I'm very happy to be leaving. I'm ecstatic. How do you learn from your time with the league? That they're trash. Oh. So I'm not going to be able to say that I enjoyed anything about this group because I feel like they're demonic minions of hell. They are those bitches, those mean, angry black women who are mean to other black women because they fat, they funny looking. You know what I'm saying? They're just jealous and hateful. I don't see a future with these ladies because they don't like me. And I like people who like me. And I don't try to participate in spaces that I'm not welcomed in. So I'm very happy to be leaving. I'm ecstatic. How do you learn from your time with the league? That they're trash.
All right, so you have heard that clip, and again, you can see it in moving pictures on Instagram's Bravo TV page. And shout out again to Bravo TV for playing that clip for us. So Phaedra suggested that the Married to Medicine ladies, they talk about women's appearances. That part of her read, I do agree with. We've even seen, seasons ago, season 2, I believe it was, which was Dr. Heavenly's first season. And Dr. Jackie was saying to her, "You're not really a doctor, you're a dentist." Remember that? There was also a pageant winner. She was full figured. And Dr. Jackie judged the pageant winner because she was full figured. And that really bothered Dr. Heavenly because she once was a big girl. So she did not like Jackie just coming down on her and judging her. And Dr. Jackie, for those of us who are thick, full figured, heavy set, overweight, whatever term you want to use, we don't need anyone to tell us that. Like, we already know. We're intelligent, we're not stupid, and we have mirrors. And we don't need anyone to tell us. And so I definitely never forgot that about Dr. Jackie. I definitely still highly respect her, but that's just something that kind of, I guess you remember, it doesn't really go away. Also, Dr. Heavenly has body shamed Sweet Tea on her YouTube channel, saying that she has a flat butt, and when she was her age, she had curves, she was built like a brick house. And Mariah Huck told Carlos King that Dr. Simone is the type where she will ask you, how much do you weigh? And if the number that you weigh is bigger than hers, she'll say, "Oh, I weigh less than you." And I was in shock when Mariah Huq said that during her interview with Carlos King. I am convinced that must be a way that Simone, it makes her feel better about herself physically. When it's like, dude, you're an educated Black woman, you are a medical doctor. You are a married Black woman with two healthy sons. I don't know how motivated they are to be independent, but that's a separate topic. But she has a lot going on for herself. Why does she feel the need to try and reduce people by asking them how much they weigh? That's just super duper weird to me. But perhaps she may not feel as pretty as some other women, who work in her field, who are on the show. I don't know. But the Mariah Hug did say that Dr. Simone will ask people, how much do you weigh? And I will say this, that for Phaedra to say, they are those bitches that will, those Black women who are mean to other Black women, and they talk about how they look, oh, they're fat or they're this. That sounded like someone who has spent enough time with them. And when they are talking, she must feel like they say really mean things about women's appearances. That was giving when the cameras are down and they are not rolling, that they kind of take their mask off and show who they really are. And that is something that Phaedra did not like. So, as far as judging people based on the physical, I'm totally with her on that. Even if you're very religious, indoctrinated, spiritual, and you go to a place of worship on a regular basis, some women, they are into what you have on and how curvy you are. And to me, they're just worried if like the man they like or are married to might be looking at you. But I felt Phaedra on that 100%. And Phaedra called them trash when the producer asked, what can you say that you've learned about being around them, that they're trash? She said that they are demonic minions of hell. And again, she called them bitches. Now, from an entertainment perspective, I thought that, yeah, that would fall under the category of epic or entertaining or, the shock factor. She called them demonic minions of hell. Okay. And when she said hell, she said hell, like down there, way, 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 way down there. Okay, where you're asking the man up in heaven if he could just take his finger in the water and give you a drop, like way down there. Okay. I feel like that's the part that she probably can't really speak on or call somebody demonic, because we all know what she tried to do to Candy and used Portia, season 9 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And in Phaedra's mind, I'm sure she has exercised self forgiveness. She is an intellectual, she is a smart woman, and she is a spiritual woman herself. So I know that she is convinced and believes that God has forgiven her. So she's washed her hands of it. But the viewers, we feel like it's just something that she refuses to talk about. Now, we may see it once she joins season Sweet 16 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's been reported that we see Phaedra at the end of the show. So I don't know if it's like the last few episodes or the last month of the season or the entire second half of it. But, I've heard in reports that she shows up on the end. Do I think she's going to address season 9? I absolutely do not. I think that Portia is going to be cordial with her coworker. She may speak on it briefly in her confessionals, but I don't think that it's really going to get spoken of. And I bet even if the producers try to get the women to speak on it, I don't think they're going to. During season 10, Dr. Heavenly revealed on her YouTube channel that a producer tried to get Dr. Heavenly to bring up the Phaedra Candy issue. And what did Dr. Heavenly do? She told Phaedra, she said, look, the producer wants me to ask you about Candy in this scene. And Dr. Heavenly said on her YouTube channel that Phaedra called the producer and cursed them out. So, Phaedra, I don't think, while I do think that, some of them are mean girls, I don't think they are demonic minions of hell. Because when you could have been ambushed, you could have been nailed to the cross for what you did for Candy on a whole nother show. Dr. Heavenly looked out for you and she let you know what the producer was trying to get her to do. And I cannot believe I'm like, I can't believe I'm like defending Dr. Heavenly, but it is what it is. And it's giving pot meat kettle. And this is what I'm saying, that my thoughts and my reaction to her read of them, it was a mixed bag. Now, I have said time and time again in my own commentary when I'm chilling as the subscriber in other people's chats, on Instagram in the comment section, I've said time and time again that Dr. Simone has strong negative energy. And when I'm watching Married to Medicine and she frowns up her face and yells at people and, just totally talks to Quad like Quad is her bad child, I say that my mind, body, and spirit just tells me to beware of Dr. Simone. She has strong negative energy. And on a friendship level, she is just not my person that I think that I would dig if I got a chance to meet her. I would avoid her because of that strong negative energy. But do I think that she is a demonic minion of hell? No, I don't. Now, if Candy decides to go live on Instagram and says that, because Phaedra could have tarnished her image, she could have lost partnerships, she could have not been in the position that she is today to produce Broadway plays starring Denzel Washington, to get her son and acting in movies on Amazon Prime because of what Phaedra said. And she said, and really Phaedra's the demonic minion of hell. I mean, Phaedra, you wouldn't like that, right? You would say you've been redeemed. So do I think she went a little far? It was a little hypocritical a little bit there? Yes, for me, in my opinion. And I have to note that during season 10, which was Phaedra's first season on Married to Medicine, she praised the women, even saying that maybe her marriage to Apollo would have lasted had she been around the women from Married to Medicine when she and Apollo were still married. I always felt like that was a crock of shit because I always knew that she divorced Apollo out of embarrassment. She was embarrassed that he had been indicted on federal charges for fraud and he was going to prison. And she was just too ashamed to stay married to a man who was in prison. And then she also didn't want to be on a reality TV show where people could read her for having a prison bae. She had already nicknamed Kenya Moore whore. And then Apollo turns around and says that he made all of that up. So she was just embarrassed. That was her motivation for lying on Candy, to try and make someone else look bad. I've always felt like Phaedra, because she is into image, and I do think that to a level she does care what other people think, unfortunately. I think she felt like she wanted someone to be just as embarrassed as her. And out of everyone on that cast, Candy had the most to lose. Portia wouldn't have cared. It would be really hard to make Portia feel embarrassed or shamed. She had already called Kenya Moore whore. She didn't want to mess with her, so Kenya could read her down about her husband going to prison again. The only person who had a lot to lose would be Candy. Plus, Candy showed empathy towards Apollo. She really wanted Phaedra to take the boys to the prison so that he could see them and they could see their dad. And she let Apollo store a prized possession of his bikes, in her and Todd's garage. And Phaedra took offense to that, like it was betrayal. I mean, I think he just didn't want anything to happen to his bikes. I think that you should be more mad at him that he broke up the family. And I always felt like, this is just a side note, when she got into the funeral business, she was doing that for Apollo so that he would have a legitimate career that would have paid a lot of money. He wasn't open to it. She was saying, "Do you want to like do the sales part where you consult with the families, help them pick out, the casket, this and that?" He was like, "No." She said, "Do you want to embalm the bodies?" He said, "Hell no." But he didn't see she went through taking those classes, taking those exams, getting certified so she could start a business for him to run. But that's a whole nother video. You trying to help a man that done been to prison, and he still want to do fraud. So, in my opinion, and alleged, but he went to prison again. But I just feel like it's a mixed bag with Phaedra. And she's just, reading the Married to Medicine girls as if she's about to go off to paradise, on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And if there's going to be a season 17, she doesn't even know if they'll bring her back. So she may have done all that for nothing. What did you think about Phaedra and what she said about the Married to Medicine women? Was it a bag that was mixed for you, mixed Skittles, mixed M&Ms, or did you feel like she did epically read them, or did you think it was an epic fail? Thank you so much for checking out this video. I always appreciate the support. Please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. I hope that you had a fantastic weekend. I did. I cannot complain. I chilled out. If you follow me on Instagram on my IG stories, I shared a picture, like a poster for a Tubi film, Invasive 2. It just came out this weekend on Tubi. It's very good. It's suspenseful. It's a little gruesome. I watched both Invasive 1 and 2. Very good. So, Tubi content is free. It's amazing. So I watched those movies and then I went to the gym and I went to the grocery store. And, I went online on Amazon and just got me some more immunity support stuff. My elderberry, my echinacea. I got some more sea moss because I'm at the end of this current mason jar of it. And so, yeah, I like to just stay on top of that. It's just weird with all these different strains of the flu. And, I just want to be healthy and strong and protect myself. So we are approaching the start of a new week. It's going to be a wonderful week. It's going to be a magnificent Monday. We are not going to have a manic Monday. Do what you have to do tonight to prepare yourself for a smooth Monday. Try not to snooze your alarm. If you hit snooze, don't beat yourself up about it. I totally understand. But if you can, try not to snooze so that you don't have to rush. And I will talk with you all soon. Bye.